Why is bliss born when energy rises? There is energy within man, a lot of energy. But the question is not how much energy there is. The question is in which direction your energy is going. If the energy flows outward, you get happiness for a little while. An object is found, a person is met, a desire is fulfilled, and you say, I am happy. But after a short while, that same happiness ends. Why? Because the happiness that has come from outside is dependent on the outside. I want to tell you about another direction. Energy can go outward and inward too. When energy is thrown outward, you only get relief. But when that same energy turns inward, when its flow begins to rise, then a completely different event occurs. That event is bliss. There is a big difference between happiness and bliss. Happiness is born out of a reason. Bliss manifests without any reason. For happiness, you need something. In bliss, you yourself are enough. This is the secret of the inward journey. There is talk of different centers of energy within man. We call these chakras. But do not try to understand chakras merely by reading about them in books. Chakras are not objects that you will find by cutting open the body. This is the realm of subtle experience. And that is why I say, do not know, feel. When you descend into meditation, begin to feel the energy within. At the very bottom is Muladhara. It is connected to the body, existence, and basic instincts. Here is the first insistence of life, to live. Then the energy moves towards Swadhisthana. Here there is desire, attraction, the search for pleasure. Most of human life revolves around here. He desires, fulfills the desire, then another desire is born. One desire ends and another is born. And man thinks that perhaps upon the fulfillment of the next desire, I will get absolute bliss. But this never happens. Because the very nature of desire is incomplete. I do not say to fight with desire. Fighting is also repression. I say, watch the desire. When desire arises, watch it. When longing arises, watch it. When attraction is born, watch it. You do not need to do anything. Just become a witness. Because as witnessing deepens, the direction of energy begins to change. Then the energy comes towards Manipura. This is the center of power. Here man does not merely want happiness. He wants power. He wants to be successful. He wants to get ahead of others. He wants the world to recognize him. But if there is no awareness, power becomes ego. And if there is awareness, that same power can become transformation. Then comes a wonderful door, Anahata, the heart. Below was desire. Here is love. But love and attachment are not the same. Attachment says, you are mine. Love says, you are free. As the energy enters the heart, a new sensitivity is born within man. Now he does not merely want to take. The capacity to give is born within him. Then the energy rises up towards Vishuddha. This is the realm of expression and creativity. Now energy does not remain merely desire. It can become a song. It can become a poem. It can become music. It can also become silence. And then comes Ajna, the center between the eyebrows. The greatest transformation happens here. Now you do not merely think thoughts. You begin to watch them. Earlier you used to say, I am angry. Now you say, anger is arising within me. Earlier you used to say, I am sad. Now you can see, a wave of sadness is moving within me. This small difference is very big, because the moment you watch something, you become a little separate from it. You are not the thought. You are the witness of the thoughts. You are not the emotion. You are the witness of the emotion. And slowly the witness can become so deep that the noise of the mind begins to lessen. Then comes Sahasrara. This is no destination that you can achieve by desiring it. This is rather a symbol of that moment when you begin to peak beyond your own limitations, where the I goes on decreasing, where separation goes on decreasing, where no conflict remains within. And then the energy begins to be experienced in its totality. That is why I say, bliss is not some small sensation of energy. Bliss is another quality of your being. When you recognize the source within you, then begging for bliss from the outside stops. You used to ask for bliss from a person. You used to ask from an object. You used to ask from an achievement. You used to ask from a relationship. Now you come to know, what I was searching for outside, its source was within me. And then the direction changes. Earlier happiness used to come from outside to inside. Now bliss flows from inside to outside. This is the secret of the energy rising up. But keep in mind, do not pull the energy up forcefully. Do not force the kundalini. Do not imagine the chakras. Do not decide with your mind that now the energy is going from Muladhara to Swadhisthana. Now it has reached Manipura. All this can also be imagination. I am not giving you any imagination. I am giving you the art of seeing. Sit silently. Watch the breath. Watch the body. Watch the mind. Watch the desires. And most importantly, watch the one who is watching. Slowly you will come to know that there is a deep source of energy within you. You have been spending it. You have been throwing it into desires. You have been throwing it into anger. You have been throwing it into anxiety. You have been throwing it into ambition. But now for the first time you let it remain within. And when the energy is not in conflict, when it is not scattered, when it becomes a harmonious movement within, then bliss is born. Bliss is not an achievement. Bliss is your nature. You have not lost it. You have only become unconscious towards it. Therefore, the journey is not a journey of going anywhere. It is a journey of coming back within yourself. Energy is not to be suppressed. Energy is not to be lost into either. Just watch it. And as the watcher becomes purer, the energy will find its natural path. Then you will understand. The rising up of energy is not merely a journey of the chakras. It is a journey from unconsciousness to consciousness, from desire to witness, from happiness to bliss, from restlessness to silence, and finally, from separation to the oneness of existence. You do not have to become anything. You only have to do this much, that you recognize who you truly are. And when the recognition happens, then such a peace descends within that no one can snatch away. Such a bliss is born which needs no reason. And then for the first time you will know, bliss was not outside. You yourself were the bliss.